What's poppin', partners? It's JB2 Raw back in motion with another video, man. How y'all doing today, man? I hope y'all doing good, because I'm feeling supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. You dig me? But I got two pieces of content today, man, where two women are going in on the new age women about a certain quality, a certain aspect of them that they don't tend to possess nowadays. And those qualities are qualities from the old school. They don't got no old school in them. That's their problem. But anyways, without further ado, let's slide into it.
Things from the old school that I still do. As a woman, I always have a pair of earrings in. I always keep a pen in my truck and in my purse. Sixes, but it's cute. I always keep a pen on me. Sanitary napkins. I don't share a house with other people. You should actually keep them in a separate bag under the sink and tie off the bag each time you put something in there. But either way, you should always, when you remove your pad, you should always wrap it up in toilet paper and put it back in the pad wrapping and then put it in a bag that can be tied off. Another thing from the old school is not standing up in a man's house. In other words, you go to a man's house to visit. If you're not married to him, you go in and you sit down and you cross your leg. You don't stand up like over his sink. You don't start walking around. You don't walk back and forth across the room, because that can be considered like you're trying to turn him on or you're bringing attention to yourself. You know, you'll peep a lot of times, like women who are a little loose, they do a lot of that. Like they get up in front of a room of men and they keep walking back and forth to bring attention to themselves. They might start twisting a lot, smiling, being loud. That's a huge, huge, huge no. My aunts and grandma always told me, do not ever turn a man on to be cute, because that's a dangerous game if you're not planning to go through with that. If you drop something on the ground, always bend at the knees and off to the side, never bend over. And be mindful of your eye contact. Even in the city, pimps wear flashy stuff to see if they can get women to stare at them, because if a woman stares at them, they are quote unquote choosing. Choosing means that you're gullible or naive, you can be manipulated, and a man will target you to pimp you out. That's an extreme example, but I'm mindful of, if I'm with my man and his homeboys show up, I won't make eye contact with his homeboys. That's out of respect. I don't particularly make or hold or sustain eye contact with male strangers who I don't know. We don't want to send no mixed signals. Never, ever, ever, ever be nowhere where a bunch of men are and you're the only woman, or there's just a few women. Make sure it's balanced 50-50, or that the women outnumber the men. If I'm hanging with my man and his homeboy show up, I'm going to excuse myself to another room or I'm going to leave. If a man invite me somewhere and there's a bunch of men there, I'm probably going to stand outside and speak to him, and then I'm going to leave. There is no reason ever why a woman should be somewhere where it's a whole bunch of men and she's like the only woman, ever. You don't leave your panties on the floor. You don't leave them behind the bathroom door or anything like that. You take your panties off, they go in the hamper or the washing machine. Now, nobody ever supposed to see your undergarments. That includes and I'm guilty of this, but it shows the tip or a part of your bra strap, that you need to have your clothes either tailored, or you need to get one of those strap adjusters so that your bra strap is never showing. This is a big thing. Like, that's a very basic thing that shows class. Yeah, I have to tailor my pants so that my panties won't show, because the way my waist to hip ratio is. But to avoid this, sometimes I'll just wear a two-piece or a jumper. I do well with styles from the 60s, so rompers, jumpers, and A-line dresses fit my body great to where they don't need to be tailored. Interrupting people. I don't believe in walking in between two people while they're talking, or walking in front of somebody while they're talking. That makes my skin crawl. You always say excuse me and walk behind them, bow your head, show respect. Clothing wise, if I'm going to a formal setting, or just honestly anywhere outside of the club, I like for my clothes to be knee length. Maybe about 3 inches above the knee is okay if it's a pencil skirt, but ideally knee length for anything beyond, again.
Now, if you thought any of those things were small, then you probably have a small mind. No disrespect. Now, as we all know, that small things can compound into bigger things, whether it's on the left-hand side of things or the right, or it's righteous, or it's some harmful. Small things can turn into big things, right? You dig? So those small things that she said, if they were small to, some people, those small things that she said can compound into developing a wonderful young lady or a wonderful young man. If it was, advice given to men, that's not advice for men, of course, but what she was saying was advice for women, things that she was taught that she still does. It can formulate into a great human being, is what I'm saying. Those small things that she still does to this day. So don't get it twisted. And of course, all of those things weren't small, but what I got from most of those things, if not all of them, was that I thought that they were common sense. You dig what I'm saying? But common sense ain't so damn common when it comes to the American people. Oh, my bad. The Western people. But what nobody can say is that these things are terrible things to try and live by. Or, you know, some women will call her a pick-me for having etiquette. You know what I'm saying? Decorum. Women literally do that nowadays. And that what she told me in that video was that she's closer, if she's not a lady, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, I've never met her, I don't know her personally, but she's closer to being a damn lady, an actual lady, than the majority of these women in this society. And the lady she gets the utmost respect from men and a whole lot of hate from 304s, women that aren't on her level, in other words. And that's what a lot of women from the previous generations don't understand. Even men, a lot of men don't understand that those intricate things, those intricate pieces of knowledge that you know try to install in the minds of your seed, your posterity, man, that sticks with them. You feel me? That can compound, like I said, into them being a wonderful person. You dig? Even if you try to, you know, compartmentalize it. And you take something from each aspect. You telling them small, intricate details on how to become this in life, how to become that. A good man, a good woman, an entrepreneur, a great, I don't know, hairstylist or whatever the case may be. Those intricate details matter. So those things that you consider the small, I always keep a pen in my bag. Come on, bro. Those things add up. You dig? We need to get back into doing more things the old school way. Because the things of old keep us fresh and new, if you know what I mean, from a spiritual perspective and a mental perspective. Refreshed, rejuvenated, cleansed, in other words. Sure, we can, you know, it has to be a balance throughout life. Everything has a balance, just like you got the sun, you got the moon, you got the sky, you got the ground, you got the ocean, you got the land. It's a balance in everything. So you got to add some new stuff to it, some new school stuff. You did what I'm saying, but the ways of old have never steered us wrong in regards of how we should carry ourselves. You know, but going back into the generations before us, not letting us know about those intricate details that we need to know in order to move through life. You feel me? In order to move through life better. A lot of us came out wonderful and tremendous. And listen, I done had those from former generations or generations that are older than me. They gave me intricate details, aka wisdom or knowledge. You dig what I'm saying? So don't get it twisted. You feel me? But it's other things that needed to be taught. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people didn't get any type of wisdom or knowledge because they were just their parents or grandparents were empty-minded people. You know what I'm saying? That decided to procreate and reproduce. You feel me? What the hell are you going to teach your children if you don't know anything? These intricate details and things of that nature comes from experience and knowledge. If you're not knowledgeable about anything, why in the hell are you having children? Who's going to teach them? But instead of teaching them that knowledge that they need to know, instead of letting them know, especially women nowadays, what this society wants them to know or be deceived or beguiled by, is go get your education. You don't need a man for anything. A good man is easily replaceable. The world revolves around you. Everybody else is wrong. You're never wrong. So don't ever accept accountability. Now, some of these things they did not say directly. You dig what I'm saying? But that's basically what they were teaching them. They decided to plant weeds. You dig what I'm saying? Instead of seeds. See, those weeds were just gonna eat at their brains. Eat at the potential or possibility of them becoming good people, good men, good women. They placed weeds in their minds, not seeds. See, the seeds were gonna do that. They were gonna cause those people to sprout, flourish. You know what I'm saying? Be prosperous in life. At being first and foremost a good person, a good man, a good woman. And then after that comes to, a good entrepreneur, Of course, a good husband, a good mother. They planted weeds on these people's minds. That's how it is in this society. They don't plant seeds. These people's parents and grandparents didn't plant seeds. They planted weeds to eat at their minds, to further hinder them and impede them from becoming what they should have became. You dig, but it's all good. As I said, in this world that we're living in now, it has to be a balance. Just like it's good, it has to be evil. It's good people, it has to be bad. It's a balance. So as I said, when you plant seeds instead of weeds upon your posterities or the future generations' minds, then you give them a much better shot at becoming a high quality person. And it's not just with the women, it's with men as well. We need to know knowledge and etiquette and be able to pass it down to our seeds as well, our children. That's why I don't see or understand how a person could. I don't want to make this about women, bro. I know the video started off with women or whatever the case may be, but bro, I don't see how the hell women can lay up with somebody that is not knowledgeable. You land up with a dummy. Both of y'all are empty-minded. You have nothing in there. Somebody whisper in your ear, they gonna hear them echo, echo, echo. Hello, is it anybody in there? Ain't nobody in there. P-brain. Not even the damn squatter. The squatters don't even want to live in your brain, in your mind. You know, soon as some squatters see that something empty, they go trying to live in it, trying to take it over. Even the squatter said, man, hell no, ain't nothing in there, man. That ain't livable. It's not livable in there. Those are horrible conditions. It's no air. It's just full of air. Nothing else. But anyways, man, let's check out this next clip of this older woman speaking about how it was back in her day as opposed to how it is now. Let's slide into it.
So I've seen the generation change with how people perceive being a, how you say the right word, hoe? And I think today the mentality in general, especially in America specifically, it's a prostitute mentality. I meet lawyers and so-called businesswomen, they all think like prostitutes. They all want sugar daddy. The problem is with these women that women don't have an outside perspective to look at themselves. Even the most ugly woman thinks that she deserves a sugar daddy. When my age in the 80s or the 90s, only a gorgeous girl had somebody who support her financially. Today, unfortunately, the women today, without disrespect, who's raising the young women today? It's women that they've been like strippers or women that have multiple men that sleep with them occasionally or for money. So that's why a lot of the younger girls that you see today, especially in America, when you compare it to the Middle East or Arab countries, right? You see the huge difference because the mothers act worse than the girls. That's why you see a lot of women here, not just that they're cheating. They don't have any morals. They can marry a man and have kids with other men and lie, and it's all about the money. Literally, all the women here, sorry that I'm generalizing, but I am because I meet a lot of women. You guys traded your values for money a long time ago, and you don't even see it because the dollar is in the highest of the pyramid. You think money is more important than everything. Even you talking about your career. Like, who cares about career? I want to have a good husband. You want to have kids, and you want to have somebody that be there when you get older. Your career is gonna go, and what's gonna happen next?
Does a hoe deserve a good man?
No. I mean, I feel like if a female's a hoe, she deserves the low amount of respect that she gives herself.
Now, yet again, this is another woman, the second woman in this video to be absolutely correct. Yes, she's absolutely right about that prostitute mindset. The funny thing about it is that women still don't see that that's the type of mindset that they have, because if they did see it, they wouldn't want to be wives, or they wouldn't still think that they can be a wife, or they should be a wife, or they deserve to be a goddamn wife, or that somebody should wife them up at that moment. But they do think it. That's how they think. That's what lets you know, bro. It's too far gone out here. The minds of people, period. Too far gone. It's going to take some divine revelation, you dig? Some divine restructuring, period. Social media, the ideologies of society, and not just society, but the households that these people grew up in is what caused these mindsets to be spreaded, to be permeated throughout the world, just affecting everybody. And don't get me started on the scarcity of assertive masculine men of the Most High within the household. It's a lack of that. You dig? That played a major role in where we are today. Most of the time you see either the woman running the household because the father is weak, or the man not being in the damn household at all. So the goddamn woman ain't got no choice but to run the household. Let me tell y'all weak dudes out there something. You're damn near not there. Oh, we see you in your home, under the roof of your home. You're in the household. But you so damn weak, it's like you're not even there. You're damn near not there, buddy. Damn near. A weak father is close as hell to having no father. It's close. I ain't saying it's on the same level. It's a couple levels above, but not much. You dig what I'm saying? Not much. You this far above it. Because you're so weak. It's like you're not even there. Your woman runs the household. She runs it. Y'all need to switch private parts or something. I think you got the wrong one, buddy. Yours should go in and hers should hang out. She should be slinging, you know what I'm saying? While you in submissive positions on all fours, getting on your knees, getting pierced. Ugh. But anyways, man, a woman will never know where to go without the direction and instruction of an assertive, masculine man of the Most High. She don't know which way to damn turn without the direction that you give her. That's the society that we live in now. Look around, pay attention, wake up and smell the coffee, the coochie, something. Look around. That's where we're living now. That's the society that we're in now. No leadership, no guidance, no direction, no instruction, no insight. They're just running around doing and saying whatever the hell they want to do and say. No repercussions, of course. What a wonderful society. No repercussions. The woman's downfall in this specific society started once she stopped listening to the men of her heritage. That's the problem. They don't listen to men. They don't listen to men at all. You dig what I'm saying? That's the issue. Once they stopped listening, the downfall started. You dig? But last thing I want to say is that, hey, it's kind of irreversible now. Like I said, it's going to take the Most High restructuring everything in order for things to get put back in its proper order. I compare it, this society, not just the women of the society, not just the degenerate men of the society, but this society, period, and every harmful thing or person included within it. I compare it to a train or a runaway train. Is it impossible to stop? Hell no. You just got to let it crash. That for damn sure will stop it. But anyway, it's JB2 Raw. Make sure y'all stay up, stay strong, stay out the way, and keep the Most High first at all times, man. If you got any facts, knowledge, truth, even a chuckle or two out of this video, man, feel free to like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, share the video, and let me know how you feel about the topic in the comments, man. That's just some food for your thoughts. Until next time and all the time, stay raw.